I'm Dawn Boyd and I'm the Executive Director of the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show. I think there is such a camaraderie around quilters, the celebration of art and handiwork and creativity, but there's also with our quilt show the opportunity for brand new quilters to be hanging right next to world-class quilters.
We're all about anybody and everybody hanging a quilt, and that sometimes you'll see somebody's first quilt next to somebody's, award-winning quilt. And what matters is that they look good next to each other, because that's how we set up the show, is we try to make friends and put all these quilts up together in themes and showcase the beauty of quilting from the beginner to the experienced, and all of that that's in between.
My favorite part about the quilt show is actually seeing all the energy and the happiness and the color and the fact that people are celebrating an art form that lets you be creative in whatever way you want to be. It's just a lot of energy that's positive and happy. The town is a wonderful town anyway, but this just really is a spark for us. It's wonderful.
First of all, it's such a huge artistic event, so people, whether you're into quilts or not, it's just amazing to see so many different ideas, design and color come together in a very American traditional folk way. So it's not as old of a medium as painting or something or sculpting, but it's like our new American tradition, the way that quilts were founded out of need and purpose and repurposing fabrics, and now they've evolved into a truly an amazing art form. So
I think for the most part it's the gathering of makers. They want to see what everyone is doing. There's always something new, and it's just the camaraderie of all the quilters.
I think they like to see the creativity of the craftsmen, the people who create the quilts, give them and also pick up ideas for our own quilts.
I think the level of creativity and skill is really, really high, and I love the town, and it's a great sort of community event to come to.
I love the mix of everything, and it's outside, and they're just beautiful. It's a really nice atmosphere.
Just seeing all the people out, with COVID over the last year, it's just nice to see people walking up and down the streets, and it looks like they're all having a good time, and they all come in with good energy, and they're all real happy.
Partially just the charm of Sisters. It's a destination, and there is something magical about the town, especially when it's just full of people and full of quilts. It's similar to the folk festival where everybody's just walking around. It's a little village in the mountains. It's great.
The quilts are amazing. You go out and look around, and there are no two quilts alike, no two reasons for making a quilt alike, and it's a chance for people to get out and do something. We've been locked down with COVID for 18 months, and so people are just, they don't care about quilts even. They want to go out and just get out in the streets and enjoy it. So
it's a tradition. I think that a lot of these quilters, they've been quilting for years and years and years, and I think last year was hard on them not to be able to come and display, and it's tradition. It's kind of what makes Sisters sisters, I think.
We're really hoping that we could have the show this year, and we had to have some decisions made by April, and so we started working with the health department, and what we did was presented a new plan, and we hung half as many quilts as we normally would. So we had 600 instead of 1,200. But when I walked around today, it still looked really full, and I was so relieved that it looked good. And I can't tell you how many people came up and told us how excited they were that we got to have the show. So to me, that's what success is when people are happy.
Walking around this morning and seeing the smiles and hearing the laughter and the joy coming from our visitors and our guests that are just having such a good time being here, and that's why we do what we do.